Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Real green. Six, Madden. Red, yellow. Yellow, blue.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got a man, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Gets a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Come on. Hey.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Ready.
And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Complete to Debo Samuel.
52.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's the gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
6. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Mevis knocks this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 17-yard line. A big play there on the option. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
49ers 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Lance going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and the 49ers are going to get a first. The Niners at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that you're open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance, get your fresh legs back.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. But that play, it looked like trouble from the very beginning, and it wound up being even bigger trouble than they anticipated.
Yeah, and instead of cutting his losses on the play, I think what happens here is receivers get so excited about this play call with a chance to run with it that they try and really make it work no matter what. He just needed to cover up on that one, but he didn't, and they lost possession.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st down, Lance. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Red. White. Smash. Red. Shot. 17.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
10.
Working from the gun, Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Ready! Second down, Broncos!
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He completes this to Walker. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Okay, break.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And Walker has it. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Hey, green. Black Ultra.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. A final shot before half for Lance. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Red, cycle. Slide through.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Go. Roster, 6. Real green.
To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Red, yellow. Strikers, 3-3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Nathaniel, 50 Fury.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Come on, set. On the ball.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Ready?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaiah Pacheco, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Okay, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got it down to the 28.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Mevis knocks this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Running left is Walker. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Steps away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Give to Walker on the read option. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining. And they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Lance going to sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be first down, 49ers.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Lance with a first throw in overtime. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Shot, 17. Full speed. Blue striker.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
On the double.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1.
Check pink. Smith red.
Lance going to sneak it, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go now.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Trying the left side with Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, in overtime to put them in the red zone. That was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for the Eagles, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.